Joe Brand had beef with Jeremy Clarkson after she called for the presenter to be sacked, the comedian admitted in a throwback interview. Joe returned to screens last night for The Great British Bake Off, an extra slice at 8 p.m. on Channel 4, the weekly program, which is a companion show to the famous baking contest, sees the comic chat with a panel of celebrities and Bake Off fans about all the gossip from the tent. Jo has spent decades as a staple of the UK comedy scene, while she has presented the baking show's spin-off for 7 years. Her years at the forefront of the comedy circuit has led her to rub shoulders with some famous faces and ruffle a few of their feathers. In a throwback episode of The Graham Norton Show, the host asked about the beef between Jo and Jeremy Clarkson, after she joked that the broadcaster should be sacked from his role at the BBC years before he was finally given the boot. In a November 2013 episode of the talk show, 2 years before Jeremy was fired from the corporation, Graham Norton welcomed Colin Farrell, Sharon Osbourne, as well as both Jeremy and Jo. The presenter said, "I'm not normally nervous when I do this show, but I do look at that couch, and I think trouble. If I was a teacher, I would not sit you together." Graham then inquired as to why Jo and Jeremy had had beef in the past. The comedian replied, "Well, a small beef. A couple of years ago, we went to a talent dinner and some TV exec. They were all kind of news readers, went around the table. Jeremy was opposite me. They said, 'Let's start with you, Jo. How would you improve the BBC?' And I said, 'Sack Jeremy Clarkson.' The BBC audience howled with laughter before the former Top Gear presenter retorted. Then I came back and said we should ban all jokes about tampons, which would really *** you up." However, Jeremy confirmed that the pair were now fine. Jo first revealed her feud with Jeremy, the origin of which was allegedly witnessed by Andrew Maurer and Fiona Bruce at the Hay Festival in 2011. She told the literary festival audience that Jeremy was rather charming, but that she couldn't stomach his public persona. She added, "I was only winding him up. I know he is very successful and earns squillions, but he didn't like what I said. He turned to me and said, 'I don't know why you're on telly. All you ever talk about is periods.' It was so unfair." The comedian did concede that Jeremy was a very likable person, but accused him of being casually racist and misogynistic while in public. Jo claimed, "I don't like his casual racism and casual misogyny. Clarkson, like comedian Jimmy Carr, is a very likable person who I don't think believes some of the things he says. You might say that is worse in a way. He's like a naughty boy who says things to wind you up."